Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, everybody.
Can you back up a little bit, Eve, so they can see you and not just your eye? Look right here. Right here.
Don't lift me up.
Don't lift you up? Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining us for another social distancing story time.
I'm just going to read that one book.
Yep, we're going to read all sorts of poems. Let me take this because I'm going to go sit over here. The girls are eating lunch for real. So we'll see how this goes, dudes. And we are going to read just one book today. We are going to read some poems from Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. Well, let's listen. There are all sorts of crazy poems in here and some fun drawings. Okay. If I can get the pages turned. Invitation. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer, if you're a pretender, come sit by my fire. For we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. Eve, that does not mean you get up from your chair having lunch. You stay eating your lunch. The acrobats. Those are some crazy looking acrobats. I'll swing by my ankles. She'll cling to your knees as you hang by your nose from a high up trapeze. But just one thing, please, as we float through the breeze. Don't sneeze.
Because then you'll fall.
Because then you'll fall. Magic. Sandra's seen a leprechaun. Eddie touched a troll. Lori danced with witches once. Charlie found some goblin's gold. Donald heard a mermaid sing. Susie spied an elf. But all the magic I have known, I've had to make myself. Well, there was no picture for that one. Homemade, there's a picture for this one. Homemade boat. This boat that we just built is just fine. And don't try to tell us it's not. The sides and the back are divine. It's the bottom, I guess we forgot. Does that sound like that boat is A-okay, or do you think it might cause some problems?
I think it might cause some problems.
Oh, and what do you think the problems are going to be?
They're going to sink.
Why are they going to sink?
Because they didn't put a bottom.
And what do you need a bottom for?
A boat to float.
You got it. Smart kids here. You're not going to trick them. I must remember turkey on Thanksgiving, pudding on Christmas, eggs on Easter, chicken on Sunday, fish on Friday, leftovers Monday, but me, I'm such a dunce. I went and ate them all at once. Oh boy. Do you think he's going to be kind of full? A little uncomfortable? Mm-hmm. The fourth. Oh, crash. My bash. It's a bang. The zang. Fourth whoosh of boom. July. Whew. Oh, ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. I love this one. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Went for a ride in a flying shoe. Hooray, what fun, it's time we flew, said Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle was captain and Pickle was crew, and Tickle served coffee and mulligan stew. As higher and higher and higher they flew, ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Over the sun and beyond the blue. Hold on, stay in, I hope we do. Cried Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Never returned to the world they knew, and nobody knows what's happened to dear Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too.
They have weird names.
They do have weird names.
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook.
And he's a bear lion.
Well, he is in Peter Pan. He sure is. Captain Hook must remember not to scratch his toes. Captain Hook must watch out and never pick his nose. Eve must also remember that. Captain Hook must be gentle when he shakes your hand. Captain Hook must be careful opening sardine cans.
Is he nice, that
I'm not sure. Let's keep listening.
guy? I don't think so.
You don't think so? And playing tag and pouring tea and turning pages of this book, lots of folks I'm glad I ain't. But mostly Captain Hook. It would be kind of hard if you had a little hook situation, right? Hug a war. It sounds like a game you two play.
He doesn't really have a nose.
He doesn't, I think he has a nose. It's right there.
Well, he doesn't have one. He doesn't have one nose, right?
I think his nose has holes. You maybe just can't see them. Okay, so let's find out about Hug a War, because that sounds like a game you two play.
No, he does not.
He doesn't have holes. Okay. I will not play at Tug of War.
Holes in the movie, I mean.
In the movie, he doesn't have holes. Okay, well, let's listen to Hug a War. I will not play at Tug a War. I'd rather play Hug a War, where everyone hugs instead of tugs, where everyone giggles and rolls on the rug, where everyone kisses and everyone grins and everyone cuddles and everyone wins. Do you two kids play that game?
Yeah. But when Captain Hook wins, he goes mad.
When Captain Hook wins, he turns mad?
No, he's mad right now.
He's mad right now?
Yeah, because that's why he's not nice.
Interesting. Okay, can you take a bite of your lunch?
But he's a nice, mean bad guy.
It's all very confusing. They seem contradictory. Okay, grab some lunch. It's dark in here. I'm writing these poems from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. So please excuse the handwriting, which may not be too clear. But this afternoon by the lion's cage, I'm afraid I got too near. And I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. What happened?
How will that person get out?
I don't know. How do you think?
I don't know.
Do you have any solutions?
When the lion snores.
Oh, he'll just run out the mouth? That's a good one.
It's good.
Good snoring noises.
And then he runs away.
Orchestra. What do you think this is about? So you haven't got a drum, just beat your belly. So I haven't got a horn, I'll play my nose. So we haven't any cymbals, we'll just slap our hands together. And though there may be orchestras that sound a little better with their fancy shiny instruments that cost an awful lot, hey, we're making music twice as good by playing what we've got. Are you doing some clapping, Eve? Is that what you would play in the orchestra?
Ding. Ding. Ding.
Wow, great orchestra. Flag. 1 star is for Alaska, 1 star is for Nebraska. 1 star is North Dakota, 1 star is Minnesota. There are lots of other stars, but I forget which ones they are. Do you know any other states that might have stars on the flag?
America?
Well, that's the country. Any other states? What state do you live in?
Massachusetts.
What state do your grandparents live in?
Northampton.
Oh, what state though? That's the town. New.
Kansas.
That's right, kiddo.
New
And
Hampshire?
New Hampshire. And where do they go on vacation?
That's what I said. New Hampshire.
Yeah. But where do they go on vacation?
Florida.
Yeah, you named 3 more states. You named almost as many as Shel Silverstein,
Who is she?
the guy who wrote this book. Colors. My skin is a sort of brownish, pinkish, yellowish white. My eyes are grayish, bluish green, but I'm told they look orange at night. My hair is reddish, blondish brown, but it's silver when it's wet. And all the colors I am inside have not been invented yet.
And his head is not him, right?
Oh, the loser. Mama said I'd lose my head if it wasn't fastened on. Today, I guess it wasn't, 'cause while playing with my cousin, it fell off and rolled away, and now it's gone. And I can't look for it, 'cause my eyes are in it. And I can't call to it, 'cause my mouth isn't on it. Couldn't hear me anyway, 'cause my ears are on it. Can't even think about it, 'cause my brain is in it. So I guess I'll sit down on this rock and rest for just a minute.
It's not his head.
It's his head.
But he doesn't know
He
it.
doesn't know it. Joey. Joey took a stone and knocked down the sun. And whoosh, it swizzled down so hard and bloomp. It bounced in his backyard and glunk, it landed on his toe and the world was dark and the corn wouldn't grow and the wind wouldn't blow and the cock wouldn't crow and it was always night, night, night. All because of a stone and Joe. You think that's true?
No.
Listen to the mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child.
What's the no head on?
Well, that's on the other page. We've moved on. Okay. Listen to the mustn'ts. This is a good one. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts.
Hey, I do.
Listen to the never haves. Then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. Jimmy Jet and his TV set. I'll tell you the story of Jimmy Jet. You know, what I tell you is true. He loved to watch his TV set almost as much as you. He watched all day, he watched all night, till he grew pale and lean, from the early show to the late, late show and all the shows between. He watched till his eyes were frozen wide, and his bottom grew into the chair, and his chin turned into a tuning dial, and antenna grew out of his hair, and his brains turned into TV tubes, and his face to a TV screen, and two knobs saying Vert and Horrors grew where his ears had been, and he grew a plug that looked like a tail, so we plugged in little Jim. And now instead of him watching TV, we all sit around watching him. You think that might happen if you watch too much TV? Maybe. You better watch out, dudes.
I don't want that to happen.
No, I don't want that to happen either. Early bird. Oh, if you're a bird, be an early bird and catch the worm for your breakfast plate. If you're a bird, be an early bird. But if you're a worm, sleep late. You get it? Oh, sky seasoning. A piece of sky, broke off and fell through the crack in the ceiling, right into my soup. Kerplop. I really must state that I usually hate lentil soup, but I ate every drop. Delicious, delicious, a bit like plaster, but so delicious, goodness sake. I could have eaten a lentil soup lake. It's amazing the difference a bit of sky can make. The farmer and the queen. She's coming, the farmer said to the owl. Oh, what shall I do? What shall I do? Shall I bow when she comes? Shall I twiddle my thumbs? The owl asked. Who? The queen, the royal queen, she'll pass the farm today. Shall I salute? He asked the horse. The horse said, nay. Shall I give her a gift? He asked the wren. A lovely memento for her to keep? An egg or a peach or an ear of corn? The wren said, cheap. But should I curtsy or should I cheer? Oh, here's her carriage now. What should I do? He asked the dog. The dog said, bow.
The dog said, whoop.
And so he did, and so she passed. Oh, tra-la-la-la-la. She smiled, she did, he told the sheep. The sheep said, bah.
Why does he say bah?
Because the sheep always says bah. But he thinks that the sheep is talking to him. Pancake? This looks like you guys on the weekend. Who wants a pancake? Sweet and piping hot. Good little Grace looks up and says, I'll take the one on the top. Who else wants a pancake fresh off the griddle? Terrible Teresa smiles and says, I'll take the one in the middle. Is that going to cause some problems? How do you get the pancake out of the middle of the stack?
You take the top one off.
You have to take all the top ones off. Or what will happen if you just pull it out of the middle?
They will fall.
They will fall. Smart. My dad gave me $1 bill because I'm his smartest son. And I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters because 2 is more than 1. Wait a second. How many quarters go into $1?
I don't know. 3.
Keep trying.
4.
Yeah, because quarter means 1/4. 1 out of 4.
Does it make this sound?
Close. Okay, so my dad gave me $1 bill, and because I'm his smartest son, I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters because 2 is more than 1. And then I took the quarters and traded them to Lou for 3 dimes. Uh-oh. There are more than 3 dimes that go into 2 quarters. I guess he didn't know that 3 is more than 2. Then along came old Blind Bates, and just 'cause he can't see, he gave me 4 nickels for my 3 dimes. Uh-oh.
What is that going to cause?
And 4 is more than 3. Well, you know what that's going to cause? 2 nickels go into each 1 dime? And if he has 3 dimes, how many nickels should he be getting? 6.
Yeah.
And I took the nickels to Hiram Coombs down at the seed feed store, and the fool gave me 5 pennies for them. And 5 is more than 4.
5 is more than 5.
But 5 pennies go into each 1 nickel. So if he has 2 nickels.
I guess he's not as smart as him.
And then I went and showed my dad, and he got red in the cheeks and closed his eyes and shook his head. Too proud of me to speak. You think the dad was proud, or was he like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, you got it, dude.
Why was he a boy?
Us. Me and him and me. We're always together, as you can see. I wish he'd leave so I'd be free. I'm getting a little bit tired of he, and he may be a bit bored with me. Our movies and ladies, we cannot agree. I like to dance, he loves to ski. He likes the mountains, I love the sea. I like hot chocolate, he wants his tea. I want to sleep, he has to pee. He's meaner and duller and fatter than me. But I guess there's worse things we could be. Instead of 2, we could be 3. Me and him. Him and me.
Have legs and pants and butt.
It's a really good question. They're only heads. Not sure.
Why are they only heads?
I'm not sure. Maybe just in the picture they're only a head. I'm making a list. I'm making a list of the things I must say for politeness and goodness and kindness and gentleness, sweetness and rightness. Hello.
One is tea.
Well, because he likes tea. I like tea too. Hello. Pardon me. How are you? Excuse me. Bless you. May I? Thank you. Goodbye. If you know some that I forgot, please stick them in your eye. That isn't a very nice thing to say. He just made a list of all of the nice things to say and then told you to stick it in your eye. Is that very nice?
No.
No. Me and my giant. I have a friend who is a giant, and he lives where tall weeds grow. He's as high as a mountain and wide as a barn. And I only come up to his toe, you know. I only come up to his toe. When the daylight grows dim, I talk with him way down in the marshy sands, and his ear is too far away to hear, but still he understands. He stands. I know he understands. For we have a code called the scratch tap code, and here is what we do. I scratch his toe. Once means hello, and twice means how are you? 3 means does it look like rain? 4 times means don't cry. 5 times means I'll scratch you a joke, and 6 times means goodbye, goodbye. 6 times means goodbye. I think it's pretty nice. And he answers me by tapping his toe. Once means hello, friend. 2 taps means it's very nice to feel you scratch again. 3 taps means it's lonely here, with my head in the top of the sky. 4 taps means today an eagle smiled as she flew by. 5 taps means oops, I just bumped my head against the moon. 6 means and 7 means bye. And 8 means come back soon, 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 soon. 8 means come back soon. And then I scratch 1,000 times, and he taps with a bappity bim, and he laughs so hard he shakes the sky. That means I'm tickling him. Who has tickle toes? Do you guys have tickle toes? You don't? Shall I find out? All right. Let me see. Oh, that doesn't tickle at all. That doesn't make you laugh at all. But what about under here? Oh, do you have tickle toes? No. But what about your leg? What about your chinny chin chin? Well, I'm still reading. Okay, let's read about rain. I opened my eyes and looked up at the rain, and it dripped in my head and flowed into my brain, and all I hear as I lie in bed is this slishity slosh of the rain in my head. I step very softly, I walk very slow. I can't do a headstand. I might overflow. So pardon the wild, crazy thing I just said. I'm just not the same since there's rain in my head. 2 boxes. 2 boxes met upon the road. Said one unto the other, if you're a box and I'm a box, then you must be my brother. Our sides are thin. We're caving in. And we must get on thinner. And so 2 boxes, hand in hand, went home to have their dinner. Boxes? What do you think boxes eat for dinner? Any guesses what boxes eat for dinner? Do they eat fabulous new sweatpants like came in a box for me this morning?
I think
New sweatpants day.
they eat potatoes.
You think boxes eat potatoes? Interesting.
They're not.
Oh, they're humans. Okay. True story. This morning, I jumped on my horse and went out for a ride, and some wild outlaws chased me, and they shot me in the side. So I crawled into a wildcat's cave to find a place to hide, but some pirates found me sleeping there, and soon they had me tied to a pole and built a fire under me. I almost cried, till a mermaid came and cut me loose and begged to be my bride. So I said I'd come back Wednesday, but I must admit I lied. Then I ran into a jungle swamp, but I forgot my guide, and I stepped into some quicksand, and no matter how I tried, I couldn't get out until I met a water snake named Clyde, who pulled me to some cannibals who planned to have me fried, but an eagle came and swooped me up, and through the air we flied. But he dropped me in a boiling lake 1,000 miles wide, and you'll never guess what I did then. I died.
Why?
Do you think that's really true?
No.
I don't think so either.
Why did that happen?
I think he made up a story. I think he's fibbing. Boa constrictor.
Is that nice?
The boa constrictor? I'm not so sure. Oh, I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor. A boa constrictor. A boa constrictor. I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, and I don't like it one bit. Well, what do you know? It's nibbling my toe. Oh, gee, it's up to my knee. Oh, my, it's up to my thigh. Oh, fiddle, it's up to my middle. Oh, heck, it's up to my neck. Oh, dread, it's up to my
Mouth.
mouth? Or what rhymes with dread?
Head.
Head. You got it. It's up to my head, but he can't talk anymore, so we can only say Hector the Collector. I think this is going to be the last one we read for today. Hector the Collector collected bits of string, collected dolls with broken heads and rusty bells that would not ring, pieces of picture puzzles, bent up nails and ice cream sticks, twists of wire, worn out tires, paper bags and broken bricks, old chipped vases, half shoelaces, Gatling guns that wouldn't shoot, leaky boats that wouldn't float, and stopped up horns that wouldn't toot, butter knives that had no handles, copper keys that fit no locks, rings that were too small for fingers, dried up leaves and patched up socks, worn out belts that had no buckles, electric trains that had no tracks, airplane models, broken bottles, three-legged chairs and cups with cracks. Hector the Collector loved these things with all his soul, loved them more than shining diamonds, loved them more than glistening gold. Hector called to all the people, "Come and share my treasure trunk." And all the silly, sightless people came and looked and called it junk.
That's not right. And he was sad.
He was a little bit sad, yeah.
Why was he a little sad?
Well, because they didn't see treasure where he saw treasure. You guys want to come around here real quick?
I do.
Okay. Come on, Rocket Ship Kid. Come here. And come here, Unicorn Kid. All right, we've got a Rocket Ship Kid. And we've got a Unicorn Kid. And what do we say?
Thanks for tuning in. Come back for another social distancing story time. Come back for the distance story time.
See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.